I'm Erich Kessel, and I'm chair of the Lambda Alliance.
Okay, so you have 2 semesters ahead of you. What are 3 things you want to get done?
3 things that I want to get done for the coming term. One, I'd like to improve accountability over faculty diversity across the university, and make sure that when students come to campus, there is a set of faculty there that's diverse and robust and can fortify students academically, but also in terms of their identity. Secondly, I'd like to work on making sure that the needs of queer students are being addressed on the newly formed Student Financial Services Advisory Board, which is very important and something that I look forward to seeing happen in the coming year. And finally, I'd like to make sure that the inclusion of queer-related issues comes to the table when discussing sexual assault prevention on campus, and making sure that those issues are heard is important, because it's important that those students who fall under our constituency are protected as well.
Okay, can you explain what you mean by the third one a bit more? So like, I guess, making sure who's hearing them.
Right, so currently there was sort of a student group formed by Jessica Mertz, and the group is really pointed towards making sure that student boards, specifically like coalitions, but also just involved students across campus, are being involved in a discussion on sexual assault. So the role that I'd like Lambda to have in that is to voice the concerns of queer students in relation to sexual assault.
Okay. What is one thing that you think this year's board did well?
Something that I think we did exceptionally well this year was simply getting things done. For example, changing the aesthetic presence of the website, which is something that I worked on, and the organization overall, or actually like the policy initiatives that our former chair and political chair worked on. I think those were things that were very exceptionally well done this year.
Okay. And what is one thing that you think the board could have done better?
One thing the board could have done better, and something that I'd like to do in the coming term, is to make Lambda more of a open and accessible space. At the moment, sometimes I've heard critiques that it's too closed off to the greater queer community at Penn, and even to the greater Philadelphia community. So I'd like to work with the currently elected board to change that.
Okay. And finally, what is one thing you want the student body to know about Lambda?
One thing that I want the student body to know about Lambda is that we're here for you, and we're very open to hearing what students need in relation to their connection to administration, but also campus life. So we're here for queer students as an agent of advocacy, and we're willing to work on their behalf for the greater good.